In this video, you will investigate the properties and characteristics of light. In your previous lesson, you have learned that light always travels in a straight line. When there is obstruction, especially an opaque object, the light rays will stop. Light can travel in a vacuum or a completely empty space, a space where there is nothing, not even air. Unlike light, sound cannot travel in an empty space. Sound need a medium to travel, such as a solid material, liquid, or air. Okay, for our quick review, choose the words that complete each sentence. Are you ready? Do you have your paper and pen? Okay, great! 1. Light travel in blank line. 2. Things like blank produce sound. 3. Sound travel the fastest in blank object. 4. Sound travels the slowest in blank. And number 5. When light is blocked, a blank is formed. Now compare your answer. Do you get all the numbers right? Very good! We can now move on to our new lesson. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to define and describe reflection and refraction of light. Almost every day, you see yourself in the mirror. Have you ever wondered why the mirror reflects your image? Materials with shiny or smooth surface can produce regular reflection. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you are actually seeing light that has been reflected from you and then from the mirror. The formation of your image is due to the reflection of light. You see yourself clearly because the mirror has smooth surface. When you see a red apple, it is because red light is bouncing off the apple to enter your eyes. When white light strikes an object, it can be reflected or absorbed. When you see the color of the object, it shows that light is being reflected from the object to your eyes. An object can be seen by the color it reflects. This is the reason why you see a red apple, yellow mango, and a violet grapes. The color that you see is actually the only color that is reflected to your eyes, while the other colors of white light is absorbed. A mirror image is a flipped image. This is because the light rays maintain the same pattern that they possess before being reflected. Have you ever wondered why the word in front of the ambulance is spelled backward? This is because it meant to be read in the mirror of cars in front of the ambulance. Class, you can compare how light is reflected to the bouncing of ball that hits a certain object. When you throw a ball straight down, it will bounce straight back at you. When you throw a ball at an angle, it will bounce off at the same angle away from you. The bouncing back of light that hits a certain object is called reflection. Light reflects the same way of a mirror. It bounces off the same angle that it struck the mirror. That is the law of reflection. The law of reflection states that when a ray of light reflects off a surface, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Now let's try activity 1 in your module. Draw the diagram as shown in the picture on 1/2 bond paper. Place the mirror in the label area of the paper. Then position the laser pen light in the first arrow. Turn on the laser pen light. Observe the light before and after it hits the mirror. Okay, let's now try to answer the guide questions. What happened to the light when it reached the mirror? Right, light reflects the same way of a mirror. How will you describe the path taken by the light as it leaves the mirror? Yes, it bounces off at the same angle that it struck the mirror. Number 3, the behavior of light you observe is reflection. How will you define reflection? Yes, reflection is the bouncing back of light. Waters also can have a reflective surface. It's like a very big mirror. When the water in the lake is very still, the reflection of the image is perfect because the reflecting surface is very flat and smooth. Reflection from the smooth surface is called specular reflection or regular reflection. However, if there are waves and ripples in the water, the reflection became distorted. This is because the reflecting surface is no longer flat. They have curves and troughs caused by wind or any other things that disturb the water. Okay, when the surface of water or any object is irregular, the rays of light is reflected in many different directions. But the law of reflection is still obeyed. However, the roughness of the material that each individual ray meets a surface that has a different orientation. The normal line at the point of incident is different for different rays. Subsequently, when the individual rays reflect off the rough surface according to the law of reflection, they scatter in different directions. The result is that the concentrated bundle of rays of light that is incident upon the rough surface is reflected diffusely. Now let's try to answer activity 2.1. What is the angle taken by the light from the source going to the mirror? Great! The angle taken by the light from the source is 38 degrees. How about the angle taken by the light as it reflects off the mirror? Yes, the angle taken by the light as it reflects is also 38 degrees. Letter C. The above observation is the rule about reflection. State the rule of reflection. That's right. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Now for activity 2.2, analyze picture 2 and 3, then answer the guide questions below. Okay, what can you say about the light that bounces from the smooth surface? Right, the light that bounces from the smooth surface have regular reflection. How about B? How will you describe the light that bounces from the rough surface? Good. The light that bounces from the rough surface have diffuse reflection. And what are the two types of reflection? The two types of reflections are regular reflection and diffuse reflection. Now, let's move on to refraction. Have you tried putting a pencil in a glass of water? As you look at the pencil in the water, the light above water travels through air, while the light under the water slows down as it travels in a denser medium. Water is more dense than air. Ang molecules or particles ng tubig ay higit na magkakalapit kaysa sa hangin. This will cause the pencil to appear bent at the water surface but remain straight when you took it out of the glass. As light travels through a given medium, it travels in a straight line. However, when light passes from one medium into a second medium, the light bends. Light refracts or bends as it passes from one medium to the next because it travels in different speed through those medium. Now, let's check your understanding. Categorize the following examples into reflection or refraction. 1. Rainbow forming in bubbles. 2. Seeing yourself in the mirror or any smoothly polished object. 3. Reading your module. 4. Catching a fish using a spear. And number 5. Rainbow appearing after the rain. Okay, now compare your answer. Do you get all the numbers right? Great! I know you are now ready to answer the post test. Enjoy learning!